What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Red coming at you with a new series I'm calling Raid Horror Stories Episode 1. In tonight's episode, I'm trying to get the Crown of Sorrows raid done on my hunter. No big deal, right? Right? Well, as a solo player queuing in with these randoms from the Destiny app, I've had my fair share of bad nights, and tonight has been especially bad. So bad, in fact, that I decided to save some clips and make a video out of it. Now, we're at the boss phase of Crown of Sorrows. You know, I've had some ups and downs, but we seem to be doing alright. I got a Titan with me, you know. I think he's gonna have my back. I think it's gonna be all good. But as you'll see here in a bit, it's never that easy. So, cleared our first wave of ads, and listen what this guy says. Clear my ads. I got one night, bro. Yeah, we'll switch every 2 weeks. He's asking me, you know, do I want to switch? And it's like, just read the body language. Am I clearing my ads, or am I waiting over by the swap, you know? Like, just little things like this. It's just people that normally do the raid, they know what to look for. And these should have been red flags, but what happens next is no red flag. It is an absolute statement as to what's going on. So, Void's calling for a buff. He's got the buff, and watch what he does. That's ours. Oh my gosh. He doesn't even know where the buff stations are. So, that right there has already told me more than enough. This guy does not know what he's doing. He's got no business up in here in my section. Like, look at this. He's not killing no ads for me. You can hear my sigh of frustration. This guy's running Striker. And he's running an Arc Titan. Mr. Sam Kiss. Hold that name in the back of your mind. That name is unfortunately going to come up a little bit later. But yeah, he's running a Striker Titan in the Crown of Sorrows raid. Like, he's not pulling his weight. I'm having to clean up his ads every time we swap. He's not positioning the boss at the right time. We're drag assing so bad. I'm trying to, you know, hold it together. We got multiple people from other sections coming in to try and, you know, pull us together, and it just isn't enough. A couple of us managed to get the deception kill here, but yeah, I get hit by that knight, and I'm just like, you know what? I can already tell this isn't gonna work. It's not worth my time anymore, so I'm bouncing. So I get out of there, and I head to another lobby. Unfortunately, this one didn't have the same checkpoint, so I'm taking a one step back. But Galron's Deception, not that hard a boss. Pretty easy, you know, clap, you know, normally speaking. But I'm having some problem with my Arcstrider Hunter. Arcstrider Hunter. I've put the melee build for, you know, the high DPS damage, but my combination blow isn't stacking, and my Liar's Handshake isn't proccing. The counter punch, counter hit, counter strike, I don't know, I'll see it in a second, but it's not proccing, so I'm already like flustered. So much so, I didn't even notice that in that damage phase, we only got 2 breaks. So here we are, ready for another damage phase.
Oh boy, I'm definitely gonna die from the blessing.
We got one guy down, and I hear another talking about he's gonna die to the buff. Like, why aren't you meleeing? Why aren't you meleeing to get rid of that buff? You know, nobody's meleeing. Finally, I get somebody to melee with me.
Seems fucking broken, dude.
Cross counter's not procking.
You boys.
Finally it procs, but too little too late. So I'm trying to get as much damage in as I can. Ready for another break. Oh, there is no other break. Still hasn't dawned on me though. I'm more, you know, thinking to myself, why am I having so many problems? I need to get my shit together. I'm not catching these buffs. I'm not getting these procs. So that's my focus now. I'm not even thinking about them, because that's just how I am. I look at who's more, you know, I've got the lowest numbers here, and I know where I'm falling short. So that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to focus on getting my shit together before I start blaming other people. But it is very clear looking back on these that even with my fuck ups, this team was doomed. So we're going in for a fresh damage phase. I've got my plan. I'm gonna knock his shield down for the anarchy guy.
Dude, this boss is so dumb.
Then I'm gonna sacrifice the damage phase and go get my stacks. That way, when I come back for the second break, I am gonna raise hell. So I'm looking for that last guy. There he is. I am ready to high DPS. Let me at him. Or not. So yeah, at that point, at that moment, and not just me, this guy here too, we realize these guys don't know what they're doing. That guy bounces. Can't be mad at him. Can't blame him. And yeah, me myself, I'm like, forget these guys. I'm not going to rely on them to do what's right. I'm going to take out my anarchy and I'll do it myself. Make sure that we get all the breaks. So as I'm in the process of doing this, I can hear one of them pulling up the video in the background. You can't hear it because they've got their voice chat set to private. But it just goes to show that none of these guys knew what they were doing. So, you know, I'm already, you know, frustrated, and so a conversation ensues, and I'm gonna hold the commentary here for a minute. I put some text up to help you follow along, but yeah, just take a listen to this. Yeah, I already know how to do it. Just get a sixth in here.
Why don't you just like tell us real quick while we're waiting for a sixth?
I assumed y'all retards knew how to do the raid. Bruh. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know how to glitch the raid, even though I know how to do the normal raid. My bad.
No, I'm coming in at the end because, yeah, I've been dealing with retards like you all fucking night, bro.
All I'm saying is there is a common denominator. There must be, right? I'm just saying, like, I don't know who said that, but...
Yeah, there's a common denominator. I'm having a bad fucking night trying to get a fucking raid team together. Yeah, I got bad luck for sure. Everybody's trash, I can't help that. I can't do the raid myself. Peace out. So, you know, one of them's threatening to kick me, so I bounce out of there before that. But the other guy was talking, you know, we know how to do it normal, yet you weren't getting a normal amount of breaks. So, I'm not buying it. Y'all are trash.
Come melee him.
So I come up into this another party, and who do I run into but Mr. Sam Kiss once again. Not on his Striker Titan this time. This time he switched to a Hunter. But doesn't matter what character he's on, he is the same old Sam.
So we're pretty good in the first round.
Credit to this fire team though, these six here. I'm going to be talking shit on Sam and I'm going to be talking shit on Doovie. But we eventually did get it done with these six right here. But I'm noticing we got a lot of Hunters here.
Two Titans?
So I recommend to these guys that we split the Hunters up and give each Hunter a Titan or a Warlock. You know, Bubble Titans, Rift Warlock. Help them take out the deception and survive in general. You know, one guy he starts saying, you know, oh, that's only for flawless strat. And it's like, if your strat for flawless is to bring in 3 hunters,
I mean, you do that strategy.
you've got no business being in a flawless run. I'm just trying to keep this fire team alive long enough for us to get to damage phase. Because at this point in the raid, that is our problem. So I get matched up with the Warlock, and this guy knows what he's doing. We have got stairs on lock. I don't have to worry about him. He doesn't have to worry about me. The other 2 areas are struggling. There you see a crystal detonates on Void. We've got Doovie on Void. And, you know, I'm looking at his character right here, and I notice that he's got the Holofire heart on. So I inspect him just to double check, and sure enough, he is running hammers. Totally disregarded the whole bubble conversation. Whatever. I'm not worried about it right now. I'm focused on stairs. So,
we need somebody with a buff come over to help us.
you know, Void's having problems. I hear Dog call out that they need buffs and things of that nature. So I grab my hand and I'm looking for the crystal. Dog's hands are about to detonate. You know, there was nobody at Dog's. They had run over to Void to help with their hands, and it's like, even the Warlock I'm with, he can tell that the other 2 areas are struggling bad, and we don't need any help on stairs, so let's split up some of these higher caliber players and put them with some of these weaker players. So he's gonna send me Doovie. Now, this is the Titan that isn't running bubble. So I immediately am like, hold up. I guess not immediately, because he has time to rally the flag for his hammers.
Did you already rally the flag?
But I'm still like, hold up. I'm a hunter, you're a Titan, I'm gonna need you to run bubble.
I need you to be a bubble. I'm not gonna survive.
And it's only at this point that everybody's like,
He wasn't bubble
wait, he
before?
wasn't running bubble?
He's been hammers the whole time. Yeah, bubble's a lot more
Yeah,
useful for the
that whole time
deception,
he's
so
ignored all these, you know, suggestions. He knows what he's doing, but he proceeds to ask, how do I, you're gonna have to explain how to run bubble.
buff on Void, please.
Look at this guy.
Back out, back out. Oh shit.
I am needing a buff, and he is following me in
Okay, either
and
back
out.
out or stay in. Either back out or stay in. I need a buff on stair. Thank you.
This guy does not know what he's doing.
Don't shoot
And he
until I get
almost
there.
cost us that crystal right there. We make it, thankfully.
Okay,
We don't make this thing. We don't make this run, but yeah, I had to explain
I was waiting on
how a
buff.
Titan uses a bubble. How crazy is that? So at this point, you can see the health bar at the bottom. We have reached a damage phase, and we've done damage. Not quite enough. And we got a crystal's wipe on Dog. Mr. Sam Kisses area. But I'm looking at these damage numbers, and take a look. I'm on top, obviously, but Beachbody in second. That guy is actually running the tractor debuff. And Doovie didn't even hit 1.7. So there's some weird stuff going on there. I don't even register it right away. I just think, you know, there's a lot of times that people just, you know, shoot too much at a turn, and we lose damage steps. So I don't really think too much of it. So once again in this clip, we've hit a damage phase, but not quite had enough. And sure enough, that ends up biting us because we can't keep the zones clear. I hear, you know, people need a buff over a Dog. I don't have the buff. Dewey's got the buff. Is he gonna buff anybody? Nope. Is Sam gonna get that crystal? Nope. These guys aren't good. And I'm looking at these damages again. And, you know, Beachbody's got a lot of damage for a tractor. And once again, Doovie didn't even hit 1.7. So now it's like, I know he wasn't dead, and we got our full 3, you know, battles, you know, damage
Who's
phases. So I'm
who's
like,
the tractor?
okay, let me. I'm asking who's running
Steve,
tractor. I just
bro.
assumed he was, but I go to inspect him, and lo and behold,
You got why? You you got 21% delirium on, bro. You got.
I can't even
you got-
contain my laughter.
Because, alright, hold on.
21% delirium
Same
and
number,
outbreak
probably
perfected.
100K more. I was using Prospector like somebody
So I'm
else.
trying to, you know, he's trying to
use
say some stuff
Outbreak, I
about,
could
you know, he
use
was using
Sleeper. I've actually
Prospector
had good numbers with
and
Sleeper.
it only got him a little bit more and blah
yeah,
blah
I
blah.
mean, you can.
And
you
I'm
can
just
try
telling him
sleeper,
like,
but
I don't care what you
definitely
use.
don't want to do 21%.
He's thinking
or
about
outbreak.
sleeper, and I'm like,
Outbreak's
I don't
only
care
gonna
what
work
you
if
use,
everybody's using outbreak.
as long as it is an outbreak and it isn't 21% delirium. Like, you're not doing anything with a solo outbreak,
Well,
and you're not doing anything with
yeah,
21%
but I mean,
delirium. As far as I know, he doesn't even have a boss spec on it.
every
I haven't
time
tested
we've
the
gotten
numbers
there,
for killing
it's just been,
tally
like,
with
a
a
little
boss
bit
spec,
off.
but I just don't think that it's gonna work. So, anyway, this is the final go. Spoiler alert, we make it this final go. It is sloppy, so be warned. I'm checking Doovie to make sure he does not have a 21% delirium on. Thankfully, he is switched off. He's got a sleeper.
Let's make this one count.
Whatever. We'll see if it works. But yeah, we get it done, but it is not clean in any sense of the word. It's gotta be one of the sloppiest completions I have ever seen. So if you've made it this far, I appreciate you. I thank you. I would love for you to leave a like. You know, helps me know, you know, what's good and what's not. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like what I'm doing and you want to see more of it, subscribe. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the commentary here. Let this raid finish out. But yeah, you enjoy, and I hope everybody has a good day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.
Oh, we have crystal.
You crystal and then oh fuck.
Pop
I'm
bubble.
back. Alright, we got the crystal.
Oh.
Skim me up, skim me up.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh, we got trashed by the fucking raiders.
Steve, you grab a buff.
Alright,
Could Buffett avoid.
alright.
We need a Buffett stare right now. We got a crystal.
I need to switch.
Oh, we got it. We're good. Everybody.
That punch, you got the buff on you or no?
No.
Alright, buff on void please. I got a rush. Coming. Yep, coming.
Let's swap it, stare.
Yep,
In route.
I got the hand.
Oh, we got crystal.
What? Night. Leave buff it up, please. Let's switch that punch.
Alright.
And then we're gonna get deception.
Alright.
Get the hand, set on my rift. Give me a buff on void, please.
Crystal on dogs up in the middle.
Alright, we're gonna need a buff on, oh.
Alright, I got that.
Hands. Put up a barricade.
real one's on dog.
Yeah,
We're still on
forward
void.
here.
Alright, let's switch. Alright, ready? Up, where's up? Slow down, slow down. Nice. Slow down. Stop shooting, stop shooting, stop shooting. Slow down, slow down.
Already did.
Get the hand. Finish that, finish it. Good shit,
Yeah.
guys. Made it count. Dang, yo. Good run, fellas.
Yay, terrible. Just kidding.
I hate you guys.